Good evening, you ghost schools, goblins, and sexy female vampires. Welcome to Horror Spectacular.
I really want my voice to sound more like a narrator's voice, but I can't. I hate the sound of my voice when it comes to recording and listening to it back. I hate it. I wish it sound more professional. But what are you gonna do? And it wouldn't be a horror spectacular without an appearance from Michael Myers himself. But unfortunately, this video won't be for the positivity. There's been lots of films I question and ask.
What the hell is even that?
Halloween Ends is one of those films I asked that question. 2 years ago, I briefly reviewed this film, and I despised and disposed my review of it. Halloween Ends was a piss-poor ending to the franchise. Back in 2017, we were told the sequels after the original film are no longer canon. But what did we receive in 2018? Well, Halloween, 2021, Halloween Kills, and this still rump roast of a film, Halloween Ends, and it was supposed to be better. Well, I really didn't see any of that with any of these three films. Granted, the only one I really enjoyed out of this slop was Halloween Kills, but that's it. But to insert a new character into the story was just a weird decision to make. And it kind of took away, you know what? It didn't kind of take away. It took away from what was supposed to be a thrilling end to this saga, I guess, that's been going on since the late 70s. So meet Corey. I don't remember his last name. His last name is not important. But he's a misunderstood 21, 22-year-old who received a bad rap due to the stupidity of a diabolical kid named Jeremy, a kid that Corey was babysitting. That kid had the best idea to play a prank on Corey. The prank backfired on both of them. Jeremy locking Corey in the attic. Corey tries to get out of the attic, and with the burst of the door, Jeremy is sent to his demise at the feet of his parents. You play stupid games, you receive stupid prizes, and now Corey is charged with manslaughter for this dumbass kid's prank. But the case is thrown out by the judge. But now, Corey has to live a life as the boogeyman around town, a pariah in the town. And over the course of the film, so many events send Corey down a dark path, a dark spiral. He is beat up by bullies that are still in high school. Remember, the town treats him like garbage. Everyone, including people in his own family, over him. Those same bullies throw him off a bridge.
Janitor! Walk him up the steps and throw his ass through the banister!
Corey is choked out by Michael Myers himself, who now resides under the bridge in a tunnel. And I'm still wondering, how does Michael survive the beating he receives? Remember, he was burned. And then he was beat up by a mob before he massacred them in the previous film. And unlike the original timeline in the Halloween universe, Myers was associated with some supernatural elements. That has yet to be seen, unless the evil in Michael Myers is so great, it powers him and keeps him alive. But anyways, back to Corey. Komori commits his first deletion because a bum under that same bridge violently threatened him. The only bright spot for Corey in this film is that he's in a growing relationship with Laurie Strode's granddaughter, Allison. But that comes with problems too. And this is where the addition of Corey just takes Myers out his own film. Now that the focus is on some sappy romantic story with Corey and Allison. But also, it paints a picture of a downfall of a man, a kid, still kinda, who is just beat up. A tragic story. Reasons why? Because Allison has become a bright spot in his life, and Laurie sees this after catching Corey sleeping in the same spot that Jeremy died. Also, Laurie senses that same evil in Corey that she sees in Big Mike himself. And oh yeah, we get Slasher Academy in this film. We get Big Mike as Master Slasher, and Corey as Slasher Padawan. as these two send Allison's ex-boyfriend, a sheriff, to his own demise, and then Allison's boss, a doctor, who skipped over Allison for a promotion at the office and gave it to the nurse he was beaten down in the bed. That's a big no-no, Mr. Doc. That's a big no-no. I guess you didn't count on Allison's crazy boyfriend, I guess you can call him, committing crimes for her without her knowing in the name of love, did you? No, you did not. You become now a teaching lesson in the Slasher Academy, and your side piece sent to the Shadow Realm along with you, you bastard. But going back to seeing evil in someone. Remember Laurie now. You remember her. She steps in because she's concerned with Corey's mindset. And we all know his mindset is not great right now, feeling that Corey has been infected with the Michael evil. I feel like I've seen this before in a different Halloween film, or at least mentioned somebody being affected by Michael's evil. But anyways, Laurie offers to help Corey in one condition. One condition. She must distance Corey from Allison. And Corey doesn't want to follow that condition. It doesn't work. Corey has a hissy fit, saying if he can't have Allison, no one will. I get it. Allison, I repeat myself again, has been a bright spot in his demented life in the last, I don't know the timeline of this story. Let's say weeks. But nigga, you crazy as hell. I wouldn't want you around my daughter either when you over there got the crazy going on in your head. But anyway, I digress. Yes, I said the N-word. As for Laurie, she goes back and forth with her granddaughter for most of the film because Corey and probably the loss of Laurie's daughter, Karen, Allison's mother, who was murked by Michael in Halloween Kills, I'm sure that's wearing on them as well. So much drama. And this film gets crazy as hell when Corey fights Michael for the mask. That same iconic mask that Michael's been wearing for almost 4 decades. 4 decades. Why did I say 40 decades? I'm thinking 40 years for some reason. Sorry. But we never saw that coming. He just get punked for his own mask? But some of the events in this film are similar to the events ending in Halloween 4. Just a little bit. Just a tiny bit. Not too much. It kind of reminds me. Remember when Jamie Lloyd sent Darlene to the afterlife? And Loomis saying Michael's evil has been elected and infected Jamie? Setting up Halloween 5? Halloween 5 was septic water slough garbage. But anyways, now Corey has entered a zone where there's no coming back. He gets his revenge around town, destroying those bullies. It was actually satisfying because they was beating his ass. But in the spree, his stepfather is sent to his demise. And he hits the town radio station, destroying his own mother, who's... Then Laurie fakes her death to lure Corey to the house. She shoots Corey down the stairs, but Corey commits to the diabolical stunt of stabbing his own self to make Laurie look bad in front of her granddaughter. He's trying to get Allison wrapped around his finger. Very diabolical. And then Big Mike enters the chat, offering his own apprentice. Because, let's face it, he didn't like Corey taking off his precious iconic mask that he's worn for so long now. Corey was a good kid, gone bad, and now his life is over. Sent to Crazy Town because of kid's death, and a town who saw him as a monster, who never gave him respect or the benefit of the doubt that he was not this murderer of children. It's a reference to Batman animated series. But now we finally get what we want to see. Laurie versus Mike. And it ends in Michael's defeat. Granddaughter and grandmother defeating Michael in the lackluster final battle. Also, Allison learns the truth about Corey's demise. And now, Big Mike is thrown into a shredder while the town of Haddonfield watches on. Finally free from the terror of Big Mike, Laurie finishes her memoir, starts a romance with Sheriff Hawkins, and Allison leaves town. What a way to end the story in the most anticlimactic way. Congratulations. Stab, stab, stab. And the audience receives an unsatisfying ending to one of cinema's iconic horror villains. Well, some people they actually didn't mind this film. I did. Michael was just a sideshow in his own film. John Carpenter called this film a departure from what Halloween was supposed to be, not some romantic bullspit. Too focused on kicking a kid when it's down, too much romance, and not enough what made Halloween a series of gold. Well, I can't really say it was a franchise of gold. It does have some floppers in there, but majority of the films were actually good and entertaining. And like Halloween, maybe Halloween 2, the real Halloween 2, maybe Halloween 4, maybe. To me, this did not feel like a slasher film at all. Michael's just off in the cut. You focus on someone else who didn't even make it. The movie is just lame. It's just lame. I'm sorry. I had to be honest. It's a lame ass movie.